So sorry for this late review of the chapter. This chapter came out a while back, but I've been so lazy. Well, first I forgot about it. Then, when I remembered it, I was so lazy to do it. I wasn't even planning to review it today. I was like, man, I'm gonna sleep in. I am doggone tired. But then I'm like, I'm up. I'm like, might as well do it. Besides, it's a very short one, so it's gonna be very a quick video, anyways. And it's about Eris, and we thought that she learned the long sword of light, but it turned out she really hadn't learned it. She was able to grasp the concept of it from last chapter, but haven't fully mastered it yet. There are times in anime and manga where the main character will do a move that they train to do, but they haven't truly learned how to do it. You do it within the gas of the situation through the power of experience. And just because you do it then doesn't mean you know how to do it now. Like when Goku first learned Ultra Instinct, he didn't know how to really do it at first. It takes time to really grasp the concept of certain techniques. So, once again, Galfurion tells her to go out and go kill a dude this time. And this time, this will probably help her learn Long Sword of Light. As you can see, they're adding on more and more story to the side stories. Originally, through volumes like, what was it, like 7 through, I want to say 7 through some, but it's between season 2, at the end of every very light novel, web novel, you would have a side story of Eris. But not to this much of a concept, I don't remember. So they really are adding on more things to the story to give Eris more of her character development. And one of the things she really needs to learn, besides Long Sword of Light, is not always look down on people. Like I said, she is a rabbit dog, but she always had that personality like a noble, even as her grandfather, always crossing his arms like this and having his nose up in the air and just looking down on everyone. He was still a nice dude, but I'm pretty sure he was kind of condescending in a way. And because of that, she becomes a little too cocky, a little too hot-headed, doesn't even bother thinking whatsoever. And because of this, she'll never be able to reach to even scratch the dragon god, no matter how hard she tries. And this chapter shows it, She's in the beginning, just slicing dudes up. Pretty cool. I like the concept how she isn't afraid of killing people, because killing people is actually natural in this world compared to Rudius, where it's not natural in his original world, which makes sense. So, the only thing I like about the chapter is that it's doing that simple trope you always see in anime, a bunch of dudes, tough dudes going around, looking down on the main character, or you go into town and then you see a bunch of tough guys flirting with some girl, harassing her, and then the main character comes in and just starts slicing away. It's the same old concept. I'm not saying it's not realistic. I'm just saying they do it way too much. So many Japanese writers rely on that stupid trope where it's the same thing over and over again. Hey, there was an isekai I watched recently where almost every town the main character went into, it was always the same thing. He goes in town, some girl's getting harassed by a group of guys, and he goes in, beats them up, and the girl falls in love with him, but he's so dim-witted about it, and then he leaves town, leaving a lady's heart broken. The same concept over and over again, and it was just sickening. How this time it's just a female who's already in love. But anyway, she meets the person she's supposed to kill, but gets easily defeated by him. And because, once again, she doesn't think. She wasn't thinking about what his skills are, what his strengths, what his posture, what his next move could be. Instead, she just went in for the kill. Sure, she can take down the average thug and the average adventurer and even good monster. You can't really blame her for being that cocky because she survived a couple years within the demonic content. So, of course, she would be extremely skillful. And plus, she was trained by Rudyard, a very long-lived person that was so skillful he can go against the demon god of that world. So, it makes sense why she's so skillful. But she really needs to stop being a free a self-taught, you would say, person she really was. Yeah, she was taught by Ghislaine, but as time went on, she started learning her own skill through the dark content, but she still wasn't strong enough. Find true strong people like Rudyard or Oyster or even Ghislaine herself. And there were times she would lose to Rudius. But again, Rudius had his eye thing, so that's why he was, he was winning. If it wasn't for the eye thing, Eris would beat him every single time. But then you see her now getting defeated once again. She really needs to learn to think sometimes before she goes on ahead. And she doesn't think, at least think of try techniques. Not just going swinging and just swinging really hard and fast, because it takes more than that to be a sword smash. You really need to be cunning sometimes. Then again, that's getting close to North God style, which is very unpredictable. You really need to think on your feet for North God style, which is my favorite style among the 3 styles of swordsmanship in that world. So anyways, the video is long enough. Like I said, not much really happened in this chapter. Very short, very fast, and it just made me think that Eris has a lot to learn, not just learning this new technique, but to stop looking down on people, even her enemies, because she could be easily defeated if she underestimated her opponents so many times. So that's like this video. What are your thoughts on this chapter? Since you probably read it ahead of me already, but my opinion's out there. So like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has the background on Matinee. Signing out.